back to the channel, guys. Mule Fabrications. I got some steel from the steel suppliers, and we are going to be back working on the Mule J10 Jeep's cage. I laid out with tape kind of some of my vision that I'm going for to get the idea. And then we're going to get all this fit up how I like it. I'm going to just start adding it and decide when to stop or when to keep adding, depending on what it looks like. Once we get this all fit up, then we'll be building the supports underneath that tie this through the box floor into the actual chassis frame of the J10. And this will actually give a lot of rigidity, where I think I might be able to not put that cross member I cut out in there and rely on this for the rigidity, but we will see when that comes. So I am going to start cutting and notching and fitting these pieces in here, and I'm excited to show you guys the vision I have for this. So let's go. Woo! See, first rough cut for the piece of the night. A little big, which is good. A little bit longer and a little bit tighter. Better than a little too short. So I got this piece all notched nice. See how nice of a tight fit it is? Like this. Tap it down, and I'm just lining the bottom of that tube up from the center to have an even gap along the bed, the top rail of the bed. So that one's good. And now we will go over and we will fit up that other side, and then we'll get these both tacked in place. Woo! One thing a lot of people don't realize is how time-consuming tube work is. Back when I was building the Hero Jeep, the Cherokee that's back half, and I was making a lot of bends for that exo cage and whatnot, my goal sometimes was, let's get 2 tubes bent and fit in place for a night after work. So if you're doing this and it's taking way longer, trying to notch all this stuff by hand and bend everything by hand, don't just get discouraged, because that's typical, especially when you don't have all the tooling. Wrong way. Oh yeah, a little too tight. Once again, let's go back to the grinder. Do you guys ever have these moments when you're working on your project that's taking way longer than it should, and you're so freaking excited to drive it, and you realize that you got like $20,000 more worth of parts to buy and probably 2 years worth of work? All right, see if it fits this time. Ooh, I like that. So, just for reference, guys, fitting up this tube and that tube over there took me about 2 hours to get it right. Yes, it would be faster with a notcher, but when you don't have one, trying to get a nice clean notch and get it to fit right takes a lot of that back and forth like we've done before. So, got those fit in. We're gonna fit in this lower one here, and then we'll get those 3 tubes all tacked in place. And then we'll start working on this upper piece here. So, all right, I got this one rough cut, the center piece here. Let's see how extra long it is. Oh, look at that. That's an uncommon scene in Mule Fabrication. A rough cut and it fits really nice. we're going to rock with that one. Time to go get the welder and tack all this stuff in place. I think that looks pretty good so far. I'm pretty happy with that. All right, we're gonna start with this cross piece on the back. It's gonna go from here to here. I got it chopped down to size. And remember, you always want your solid piece on the driver's side because 100% of the time, there's gonna be a driver in here. And chances are there's not gonna be a passenger when you're doing something stupid. So, at least that's the way I roll. I don't do anything stupid when you have a passenger. So, I'm gonna get this notched up, fit in place, and we'll see how it looks. Pretty excited about this part of it. Look at that. We got this piece notched out. It was not a fun piece to notch out. It was kind of like an angled compound cut there, and same down here. And with ones like this, it's a little loose. Looser than I like. But when you got a closed space like this, there's no way to notch it tight and still be able to get it in. So parts like this, you do have to notch them a little looser so that you can actually get them in and out. So we'll get this one tacked up, and then we'll work on that one right there. We'll see how all this thing is taking shape. Always fun to try to hold in place too. Looks like I caught some tape. All right, let's work on the next piece. We're gonna go back to tape method like I've used before. Because we know where this intersects now that we actually have a pipe in here. We'll run tape from there to there so we can get that X nice and straight. Let's go cut some more pipe, or tubing. Sorry, don't kill me in the comments for that. Well guys, I think we got a winner for this tube, fitting up nice. Right, a little adjustment, line it up with the tape, tack that sucker in place. This is starting to look pretty freaking cool. Let's get to tacking this in. I am so excited on how this is turning out and looking. It's going to be one of those driving down the street someday, people are going, what the heck is that? That's the goal. Make people think, what the heck is up with this truck? And you know what? We're on to the next piece. Fits nice. I'm gonna go get the welder and tack that up. All right, now that we got that piece tacked in, I like how this is looking. So the next part I'm gonna start is tying this to the frame. So see, this crossbar here is tied into the shock hoop, which will be welded to the frame. And I'm gonna go down from here to the frame with the post on both sides. And that's how I'm going to tie it into the back of the frame right there. And then I will be tying the front in with some mounts off the frame. So start measuring and cutting some more parts and see where we end up. So we're going to start by trimming out this box floor a little bit here because the frame is right there. So we have a good place to mount to and not through the box. Bingo. You can see there. See, there's the frame right there. We'll tie right into. So now that I'm looking at this, where I cut this out, the frame's right here. You know, and we want to tie it in underneath where these two tubes land. I don't like how close it's going to be to this Schrader valve. It probably won't hit during suspension cycling, but it just makes it a pain in the butt to get your what's it called, the fitting in there for filling these shocks. And I don't want the Schrader facing out this way because that just risks a rock coming off the tires, taking it off. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to have to bend a piece so I can mount it like this and bend up to there. Nice little arched piece to give me that clearance there that I need. So I'll go get the bender out and bend up a piece and we'll get it all fit up. And I think I'm going to put a plate down here to bolt to the frame. Remember, this whole section has to come off to get the box off eventually. So we'll go from there.